To Colston Loveland, the Bears tight end, a little bit earlier. We have some time for both these quarterbacks in this game, right? Same draft class, fascinating stories. Right now, let's start with Caleb Williams. The story is he is clearly ascending, playing great. And as you look at the film, Teddy, you're seeing the highest level comparison that can be made.
Yeah, I saw flashes of Patrick Mahomes, of early Patrick Mahomes and everything that he was doing. There's a new headache in the league, and that's Caleb Williams because, compared to that week one matchup, he has progressed so much in this Ben Johnson offense. And all of the blitzes that are coming at him today, that's not the hard part. The hard part is getting him on the ground. So let's play a little soccer, no sack here, fellas, because defensively watching this, you're like, oh yeah, we got him. We got a clean win on the defensive left side right there. That's a sack, right? That's gotta be a sack. No, he's gone. Caleb is gone. Okay, I got my sack right here, fellas. You're in the defensive meeting. Got me one? No, he's out of there. And then you get a first down. It's just demoralizing. I hate watching this, actually. So seeing this again, another left side free rusher. Caleb retreats in the pocket, Alex, like does a 360, and look at this. You call a
ridiculous
seed.
Yeah,
that's coming out of your mouth. That's a seed right there down the field. Sometimes you look at it and you're just like, what do we do here, coach? And you hope for answers. And there is no answers except you got to get to this guy and bring him on the ground. Because the longer this play goes, the more of an advantage he has. And what do we always, it sounds like I'm talking about Patrick Mahomes a little bit because he does the same.
That's why people forget when this young man came out in the draft, right? He was said that this could be the next Patrick Mahomes. Everybody, are you kidding me? But you see the glimpses right here.
It's coming.
That's why they say he's a generational talent.
Right.
It's not how he's playing right now, but the talent we see, and that talent is getting better and better and better. Brew, you talked about it, how it's getting better. Ben Johnson, right? That matchup between head coach and quarterback is phenomenal. And you know what's changed the most? That I haven't heard a single person talk about. Where is it specifically? It's got that he's underneath center. But I thought he could not do that. I thought he's got to be a gun. Oh, really? Well, let's take a look at it. Last year, his QBR went underneath center in the play action game, 28.4. This year, 81.6.
Wow.
81.6.
Wow.
You mean he's learned how to play the NFL game? And not just playing this backyard, throwing behind the Buick college football stuff. That's what he's doing. You got a real NFL scheme, an NFL coach that knows what the hell he's doing with a generational talent. That's why the guy is getting better and better and better.
And Rex, to be fair, some of that just takes time. And obviously it's amazing to pair him with Ben Johnson. And you're going to see, obviously, as the reps accumulate, he's going to get better and better at playing under center, which he has. But last week, you said, he should have been sacked, I think, 8 times in that game. And they couldn't pull his flag. And so many of them, the thing that I loved, he gets out of a sack and throws the ball away even, right? Again, I think his receivers had 7 drops as well. But he was the best player on his field, and he just kept coming. Didn't take a single sack in that game last week against the Giants, right? This is a guy that took a lot of sacks last year as a rookie. And I think he's learning to play, keeping himself out of these bad situations. And then the way he's playing in the fourth quarter. You said the game-winning run, he's under center, it's play action. He finishes it off. I just really love the development I've seen and the toughness out of the kid. It's freaking snowing. It's in Chicago. It looked miserable.
Yeah.
And this guy just got better and better.
Alex, remember we're sitting there watching. We're like, oh my goodness.
Yes.
He got out of Houdini. He's getting out of it again. And the other thing, too, is, Alex, remember we're watching. And Mosh, you mentioned they had 6 drops in that game.
Right.
Yep.
6 drops. I don't want to hear these. He threw 60% completion. Oh, really? Do you watch the game? Watch this guy. Oh, he's got a generational talent. The hell he's not. Yes, he is.
So that's one side of the equation. Now let's go to the other. Caleb Williams doing this. J.J. McCarthy, I feel like I'm contractually obligated to remind you he's only started 4 games in his NFL career. But Randy, that's your team. You watch them as closely as anyone. What are we seeing?
Man, you see a young quarterback, and this is me as a pass catcher, just need to understand how to gauge his athletes. Like, they're talking about the first play that he threw to Jefferson week 1, that was a dart. Mm-hmm. But besides Jordan and Addison, I think that J.J. McCarthy, Kevin O'Connell needs to understand how to gauge their athletes, because at points there comes a point of time in games where he escapes the pocket. There's the offensive guy right there ready to catch the ball, but he's giving him a fastball. So I just think there's some little things to be able to clean up, because we've seen what Ben Johnson, we've seen up here talking about what Ben Johnson has cleaned up in Caleb Williams. Now it's time for Kevin O'Connell to clean up his young J.J. McCarthy. And all the expectations on J.J. McCarthy, yeah, bring him on, continue to bring him on. And the reason man got drafted coming from a national championship Michigan Wolverine. So all the controversy, all the negativity, yes, bring it on. But if there's one thing that I can definitely see Kevin O'Connell helping a young quarterback is gauging his athletes. You don't have to throw hard footballs to your running backs and your tight ends. If there's one thing I'm looking at, I'm seeing if that changes.
Yeah, with JJ, it's not September. You know, it's not preseason, and this is basically what it is for him. Yeah. Right now. I mean, unfortunately, Thanksgiving's coming up and you're supposed to be playing your best, but the Vikings have a quarterback that I watch as a defensive player just saying, if he just took away about 4 of those, you know, what the heck is he doing? Mistakes on the field. It's not happening, though. He's going to have those throughout the course of the year. So if I'm a Viking fan, how's JJ look in December? I mean, is he progressing to where he's adopting what Kevin O'Connell wants?
This is the hard part if you're a Vikings fan. You look at his peers in his draft class. You look at Drake May, who may well get the MVP at this point. Jaden Daniels had the best rookie season of all time. Bo Nix is, the best record in football. Caleb obviously playing really well and ascending. And if you're a Vikings fan, he is in the same draft class. He is on his 4th start. And so, it's so hard to compare this. And then Rex is always going to compare him to Sam Darnold, who's leading the NFL in QBR. Right. And, again, lighting the world on fire in Seattle. So that's the hard part, is we've got to be patient with this kid. He's coming along. It's still so early in the process.
Why should we be patient with a guy? Are you
it's his 4th start.
But this man is in the National Football League. I just said this man he came from the national champion Michigan Wolverine. So all the talk, dude, you should know how to play. You should know how to throw. One of the biggest questions coming out of college was they ran the ball.
Yeah. Right,
so we wanted to see his arm. That's why I said, hey, man, know how to gauge and know who you're throwing to.
Yeah, and I think the real reason, and Randy, your point about, he ought to be there, because he inherited a team that won 14 games last year. All right? So that's why it's whatever. What I'm seeing out of this young man is he's just too inconsistent. Way too inconsistent.